All right, y'all. So I want to try something new here and just give a random shout out to some subscribers that are subscribed to the channel in no particular order. So I'm just kind of strolling through. Fishing is therapy. Real Florida life. Fishing with CRD. Those are the ones. These are the ones that are public, that are showing that they are public subscribers. In other words, their profile is open. AJ, John Boat Giant, Tay Days, George Russian, TDS Global. So this just a kind of a random view or shout out to the subscribers on my channel. So, you know, if your name was called out or if your name wasn't called out, make a comment. Let me know what you think. So once again, like, share, comment, and subscribe to Own the Real Fishing. Let's go. So how many of y'all keep firearms on your boat and why? Just comment, you know, is it for protection? Obviously for protection. But, you know, I'm just curious about the guys who boat and, you know, what they think about having firearms on the boat. Remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe to Own the Real Fishing. Let's go. Oh, and by the way, guys and gals, right? So it's just not just guys, but just comment about that. All right, thanks for watching, man, as usual. Remember, man, keep liking the videos, man. I really increased my subscribers in the last week, so I'm just trying to continue that. So you just liking the video, commenting about what you see, what you observe, and that means that helps me a lot, and hopefully I'm helping you. So, and if you want me to do something, or you know, any advice, whatever, just comment so I can, and I'll shout you out too. So when you guys comment, you know, I'll give you a shout out if you want, right? So, you know, it's all about community, it's all about fishing, all that. So I appreciate y'all so much. Oh, damn. Okay, we hot over here, man. Dang, y'all saw that. Golly, took the damn hook off. Shit. Okay, we're gonna stay in this spot. Got us a black drum. Black drum. I ain't called a black drum in a while. All right, welcome y'all to another episode of On the Real Fishing. Remember, right off the bat, like, share, comment, and subscribe. So just to give y'all kind of a update, it was a rough start this morning. The bait shops didn't have any shrimp, so I ended up waiting a little bit to get shrimp. Right now my chart finder is not working, so it'll probably pop back on here, but you know, it's always something. But we're gonna start off and we're gonna go for some trout real fast. So hit the little trout spot here, see what's popping, and then, you know, from there we'll take it one step at a time. So the water's pretty murky today, I guess because of the storms. A lot of times what happens is, you know, the storm washes the dirt from the street and the you know, the banks and all that, they wash that into the river, so the water's pretty murky. So that's gonna be a challenge somewhat, but you know, we'll make it happen. So once again, remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe on The Real Fishing. Let's go. All right, got a little trout on, y'all. All right, got a little trout. Little update. So yeah, I caught one trout, a little small trout. So trout area is not popping right now. So I'm gonna go over to this marina and see if I can get on some snook. So remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe to On The Real Fishing. Let's go. Big ass catfish. Got a big old catfish, y'all. Subtle bite. All right, y'all. Yeah, this is a sail cat, man. So I'm gonna sorry, my mouth is muffled. I got this mask on, but this is a sail cat, man. So I'm gonna keep this one. They say it's good eating, so we'll do a catch and cook on this one. But yeah, this is a sail cat. Got a sheephead. Got us a sheephead on, y'all. So we upgrading. We's upgrading. Alright. Let's measure this up. See, sheephead's gotta be 12. All right, so see, let's measure this up and see. Sheephead's got to be 12 to keep. It's probably like 10 maybe. Yeah, he just shy of 12, so we're gonna get him back. So yeah, y'all, so just got a sheephead. So this one is 11.5 inches, man. They have to be 12 to keep. So we're gonna get them back, and then we're gonna go for a bigger one. Well, y'all, let me provide y'all an update for this area here. So a bunch of catfish. I'm seeing some blow-ups with, looks like snook, called a sheephead. But pretty much been catfish. But I did get a cell cat, which I'm gonna keep and then do a catch and cook on that. Never ate a cell cat, so I'm gonna try it out and see. So y'all watch for a later video on that. Remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe to On The Real Fishing. Let's go. So we're gonna leave out of the Alafaya and go out to the bay and see what we do. see what happens, y'all. So far, man, it's a mediocre day, but you know what? Not giving up. Yeah, so right now the winds are kind of picking up. I was gonna head out to the bay. Well, I'm gonna check it, right? So if it's too bad, you know, I'll call it, you know, do something else. But so we're heading out. We're in the river, so you can see like the water is a little choppy here. So once we get in the bay, it gets choppier. So we'll see how it goes out there. So remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe to On the Real Fishing. Let's go. So we're gonna be probably I'm gonna go for some see if I can get on some mangrove snapper real quick. So we'll hit a couple spots that I know is always pretty good. We'll see. Some days when your spots could be good one day, and then, you know, next time they're not as good, right? So we'll see. But you know, just gotta kind of learn your spots, but also be open to changing locations within your spot. So if you got one spot that hits, you know, don't be afraid to move over, and, you know, sometimes the fish move a little bit. So, you know, that's a key to it, in my opinion. So, and what I've experienced. So, you know, we're gonna go after it and see how it goes. There's a guy over here, y'all probably can't see it, but he's casting in for some bait off there by the ship. So I don't know, maybe they get some hits over there. So I might try that on the way back. So anyway, I'll see y'all when I get to the next spot, and then I'll let y'all know how it goes. All right, we get ready to shove off, get ready to cruise down the river at a high speed, and then we're gonna go from there. All right, I appreciate y'all so much for watching the channel, watching my journey, man. I have really got increased my knowledge, man. Got a lot of knowledge in terms of fishing. So I hope y'all can see that growth, and I hope y'all can learn something from me. Then I love to learn something from y'all, right? So if y'all got some tips, anything you want to comment on that you find that works, you know, fishing is an ongoing process, is an ongoing, you know, educational process. So, you know, it's always something you can learn. So just comment below, man, and let me know your certain techniques. You know, let me know what area you guys fish in. You know, if it's in Florida, Tampa, if it's in South Carolina, Texas, you know, let me know. All right, thank you guys so much. And look how dirty this water is, man, with all this runoff from the storm. Yeah, it's murky, man. So that might be a part of the problem too, where I'm not catching as much as I normally do. But we'll see. We'll get out to open water, maybe we'll get some clear water, and you know, we'll see how it goes, man. Right now, so the water's getting cleaner, so we're gonna see how it goes. Yeah, so this location, man, you got these poles, 2 poles on this side, you got the tower here, and you got this poles on the other side. And from last time, you know, I caught snapper here, and I suspect that there are there's rocks under here, so I'm kind of going slow to make sure I don't hit rocks. But I think from last time, there's something was built here, or, you know, there's definitely some rocks under here, and we're experiencing a lot of waves and winds, so it's gonna be a little rough for sure. But we're gonna try it here and kind of see how it goes, man. So if you ever get your braid tangled like this, man, just keep finding the loop and pulling it over. Just keep finding every loop, pull it over. I don't know how this happens, but it's just always the problem in the wind, which is annoying, but you just got to keep finding the loop and then pulling it over. So now I'm at a point where I can pull the line through this loop. This can be annoying and frustrating for sure. Let's see, we got it untangled now. If not, I'll get another rod. But we're close. So gotta pull it through a loop again. And see how we come out. I don't know, let's see. It seems to be getting worse. So in the interest of time, oh, we got it. I was about to get another rod out, but I got it. There we go. I'm gonna snap her up out of there. All right. We'll throw him back. This is probably like a it's probably 8 or 9. But we'll measure him up just to see. So this is he's actually 10, but I'm gonna throw him back, but he's 10. I got plenty of fish right now. So if I get a 12 or so, 11, 12, I'll probably keep one. There we go, got another one. Might be the same one. It's a little nice color. Not the size we're looking for, but we'll take it, man. We'll take some activity any day. All right, so give y'all an update. I had to retie all my lines, and I'm kind of breathing hard because it's windy, and so I'm just fighting this current. So it's a rough day today, but you know, gonna try a couple more spots and we'll see what it do. All right. Also, I got a question for y'all. Do y'all prefer circle hooks or J hooks? Just comment, like, which one do you guys prefer, offshore or inshore? Which ones is the best, or when do you use them, and at what time, what situations? So just like, comment, and subscribe. Also like, you know, the video. Also give comments about the circle hook versus J hooks. Okay. All right, we're going to the next spot. We're gonna see what happens at that spot. I'll give you an update. Oh, by the way, this spot called Two Snapper, and hooked a big one on a frozen thread fin, but couldn't bring him in. He popped the line, or something happened on the pollen. I think my leader got cut by the oysters there, so I lost the big one there. But we're gonna keep going. All right. So I'll see y'all at the next spot. As soon as I pull up to my spot, the other guys are there, and it hit the same spot. It happened, and that's why I don't like. Sometimes it's tough. Oh, just trying to fish on Saturdays. So I must say the day is super rough, very windy. Caught a couple things, mangrove snapper, no keep. Well, I caught a keeper, but I threw him back. I did keep a cell cat and caught a sheephead that was 11 and a half. So all my bait, my shrimp died. So what I'm left with is some frozen thread fins, and I'm gonna try to use some paddle tails to go after some trout at this point. See if I can make a day out of this. Remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe to On the Real Fishing. Let's go. And one of the things I try to do, guys, is you know, every day is not gonna be the glamorous day, and certainly the day is not that. But you know, it's On the Real Fishing, so I keep it real. I want to just kind of let you guys know how conditions can really change how your fishing day goes with the wind and fighting this current and all that. But we gave it a try. We're not giving up. We're gonna go for some trout right now, and I got a couple of trout spots I'm gonna try and see if we can get on them. And if not, I'll let you guys know that whether I got on them or not. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching and joining me on the journey. On the Real Fishing, let's go. So yeah, y'all, since the day is not going well, I'm doing a little bit of scouting. So this area here looks to be promising. I'm gonna try it. I'll try it real quick, but you know, I may come back at a later date. It seems to be possibly pretty good. So let's try it real fast with what we got, and we'll go from there. So yeah, y'all, so I think this area, man, it might be promising in the future. So I'm just kind of discovering right now and seeing what's what. I just caught a catfish, which is not the prize, but you know, I think there'll be snook and stuff like that up in here too. So I might try this again on another video. I'm gonna go around the other side, scout that out, and kind of see what I can get on, and we'll go from there. Remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe to On the Real Fishing. Let's go. There. Never seen anything like it. Timber wolf. Right, so man, this might be worth it, man. I tried this new area, got on the red, so that's a good sign, man. So you know, sometimes trying out new areas can pay off. So I seen something splashing over there, and didn't know what it was, but it turned out to be Turned out to be a nice red. You know, this is not a keeper, but you know, it's a nice looking fish for sure. You know, doesn't have a copper color on him. Has a blue tail, so it's probably been eating shrimp. Just to get a measure on him. Probably about, I'm gonna guess it's, so this is, so this one is 16, man. So they gotta be 18 to 27. So he missed it by 2 inches. So we're gonna let him go. Hey, thanks for the fight, buddy. Thanks for showing me the new area too. So we're gonna keep trying. We're gonna try to get your mama or your brother, big brother, okay? All right, remember y'all, and you, like, share, comment, and subscribe to Only Real Fishing. Let's go. Nice release. There we go. So yeah, y'all, man, trying out this new spot that I've haven't done before, and just caught a red that was 16. And so tying on a paddle tail, a curly tail right now, and gonna keep going to see what we can get, man. We can get a keeper red, that'd be nice. So we're gonna try it, y'all. So the area is pretty cool, and a lot of mangroves, marina structure. So when you're looking for spots, you know, just look for those things: mangroves, structure. We just seen something move right there, and you know, that's a recipe for success. Remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe to On the Real Fishing. Let's go. There's some bait fish in the area over there. Good sign right there. So I don't know if y'all saw that, but I cast over there in that corner, and a lot of bait fish scattered. So that means there's got to be some predator fish like redfish roaming the area. Oh, damn. Okay, we hot over here, man. Dang, y'all saw that. Golly, took the damn hook off. Shit. Okay, we're gonna stay in this spot. We got us a black drum. Black drum. I ain't called a black drum in a while. So yeah, we got a black drum. Damn, kind of ripped it in the eye. So black drum got to be, I think, 15. So let's see. Hopefully he's 15. So he's 12, but he's really in bad shape. we're gonna let him go. All right, so we're gonna let it get release on him. So y'all, I just caught a black drum. He was, I think it was like 12, 13. It's supposed to be 15. And so when I hooked him, it hooked him in his eye. And so he's living, but just to kind of go over the rules, just because a fish may not survive doesn't mean you can keep him if he's not in slot or in size limit. So I had to let him go. Hopefully he fends for himself. And the idea is, if he can't, then, you know, a dolphin will get him, or some other species will benefit off of that fish. So just because you believe a fish can't survive doesn't mean you can keep him. You got to put him back in nature. Okay, remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe. They're on The Real Fishing. Let's go. All right, guys, so this is the last spot. So we're going to be headed back to the boat ramp at Williams. And so the day was very interesting. Started off, it was pretty rough, but we caught some fish, but not, you know, obviously what I wanted to catch, or the size and all that. But I discovered a few areas. We battled the wind. So it was kind of a challenging day, but a day that I learned a lot more about the Tampa Bay area. So, just watch this video in its entirety, and I hope you guys are learning from me, and I hope to learn from you guys. So any comments, any things, anything that you can share to the community of fishing. If you're a wife, girlfriend of a guy that likes to fish, share that too. Just talk about that. Fishing is therapy. Fishing, for a lot of guys, a lot of women, it means a lot. So it means a lot to me. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're gonna end the day. I'm gonna cruise back, like I said, to the boat ramp, and we'll go from there. Remember, like, share, comment, and subscribe. They're on The Real Fishing. Let's go. Views from the water is incredible, but also from the land, man. So if y'all want to visit Tampa, never been to Tampa, man, comment there too. I know the areas to go to: Ybor City, downtown Tampa, Channel Side, Armature Works. We got the River Walk. We got St. Pete, of course, Clearwater. It's a multitude of areas, really fun. Lots of views from water in all directions. Tampa Bay, St. Pete. Also, if you go down to Manatee County, you got Bradenton, Anna Maria Island. You've got Sarasota, Longboat Key, and my stomping ground, East Bradenton Parish. There's a lot of areas, man, to explore in this Tampa Bay area. So I love it, man, and just can't complain, man. I lived in other areas, right there, if you can see it, you got the cruise ships in the background, downtown Tampa kind of peeking over the trees there. So yeah, man, we're in a prime location. I will say I need people to stop moving here. Sometimes, I guess it's running their damn rent prices up. So I guess depending on what side of where you're at in that position, Yeah, man. So just doing the dirty work right now, washing the boat off or rinsing it off. While I get back to the house to let the boat ramp.